That's the start of the episode. Oh, shut up.
Sorry. My computer's telling me that there's excessive
system clutter.
System clutter, apparently.
Whatever that means.
That's my life. Excessive clutter.
So in honor of this movie that we're going to talk about today, when I was at work yesterday, I turned on 90s alternative music. Honestly, because the person who worked last also had that on. And I was shocked that I knew every single song.
Oh, yeah. We used to listen to that stuff when you girls were kids.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all, No Doubt and Nirvana and, all of tons. And I was like, wow, I literally know every single song that's coming on right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's funny. Okay.
It's amazing our capacity. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say it's amazing our capacity for song lyrics.
Oh my God.
Ask me what I learned in high school. I don't know, but I can tell you songs from when I was 6 years old.
If they would have put it to music, if there was a Civil War song, I might be able to remember some of it.
Yeah.
They
should have.
That's why I remember all 50 states in alphabetical order, because it was a song that we had to memorize.
Yeah. I think Hallie still remembers the books of the Bible from going to VBS one year.
That reminds me, when I was in elementary school, we had a wonderful music teacher, Miss Paulson.
Mm-hmm.
But she had this thing, because she was pretty quiet and I would say fairly introverted. And it was hard to make her mad, but she had this thing that she would always tell us at the beginning of the year, that Mr. Note lived in the rafters in the music room.
Yes, Mr.
And
Note.
he would watch us and we would get in trouble. Like, he would be upset with us if we didn't do what we were supposed to do.
Talk about terrifying children.
Ghost music note that lives in our class. And she would always be like, Mr. Note is watching. And we're like, be quiet.
And, as children, you probably imagine the creepiest looking monster, Mr. Note.
Yeah.
Bulging eyeballs and snaggled teeth.
Yeah, because there was never a picture, but I was like, okay, it's like a giant clef note or whatever. And it just lives up there and stares at us. I don't know.
That's not creepy at all.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. I must have worked for her because she was a teacher for a very long time. So.
Yeah. Pass the buck. That's always easier.
Yes.
I'm not mad at you, but Mr. Note is.
Very mad. Oh, the 90s. The 90s. Mm-hmm. And that happens to be what we're talking about today, is the 90s.
Yep.
Kind of, because there weren't as many 90s references as I maybe would have hoped in this movie. But yes, we're talking about a 90s Christmas today, which I'm really excited to get into. So,
me too.
Welcome to Love on the Pod, a podcast about all the cheesy romantic TV movies we adore. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Sherry.
So, like I said, 90s Christmas is the movie of the day. It is not a brand new movie. It came out in the holiday season of 2024. I believe it was on the channel, but it's also available now on Hallmark Plus for your viewing pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Had you seen this one
before? Happy Christmas in July, by the way. I said Happy Christmas in July, by the way.
Oh, yes. Happy Christmas in July.
Christmas in July.
Officially,
in answer to your question, no. I thought I had seen this one before, but I had not. So,
okay.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Awesome. Okay. So, let me give you a little intro to this movie. Workaholic lawyer Lucy Miller is celebrating her promotion alone on Christmas Eve. Ugh, this is really depressing. When a mysterious rideshare experience transports her back to 1999. Reliving the holiday with her mom, sister, and best friend, not to mention her high school crush, Lucy gets a second chance to understand where her relationships went wrong. Will this magical journey help her rewrite her future or leave her destined to be alone? We'll find out.
Stay
This
tuned.
movie was released on, yes, on November 29th, 2024, which was Thanksgiving weekend, right? Is that Thanksgiving weekend of last year?
I think so.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it stars Eva Bourne and Chandler Massey. The director is Marnie Barnack, who also directed Everything Christmas and Everything Puppies, which I have not seen either one,
Oh, no,
but
me either.
they both look very cute. And that's
Hmm.
really all she's done with the channel. So she seems to be a newer director for them. And then the writer was Ryan Peckinpah, who co-wrote A Miniature Christmas, which is in post-production for this year. And it is indeed about a woman who makes miniatures for a living. And cool. So I'm interested to see that movie.
I hope she
And
goes into her miniature town, like getting inside a snow globe. That
yeah,
would be
like the
cool.
snow globe. Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and that's it. That's all he's written for Hallmark. So a
Hmm.
new writer as well. The filming
Okay.
location was Toronto, Ontario, Canada, in and around that city. It was kind of everywhere USA, right? It was
Hmm.
supposed to be Milwaukee, most of the movie was set in, but it could have
Yeah.
been any Midwest kind of town. Um,
Hmm.
the the setting wasn't as important really as the story and the set dressing, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So initial thoughts on this movie. What did you think?
I thought it was cute. When you were talking at the last podcast, the lead actress, and you said we know her from When Calls the Heart, the light bulb went off. I was like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
that's where I've seen her. Because when the movie starts, she's in glasses. I'm like, she looks familiar to me. Her voice, the intonations, the way she speaks, it's just so familiar. She kind of reminds me of one of
Mhm.
the book Christina, the bookseller in You've Got Mail, but I'm like that.
Mm.
That was made many many years ago, so that's not her. Maybe it's a relative. Why is she so familiar? That's why she's in When Calls the Heart. But yeah, I
Yep.
really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was cute. I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah. I thought it was cute too. Definitely there were some things where I was like, okay. But
Hmm.
that's any movie really, that there's going to be
Yeah.
some question marks, especially
Hmm.
when they are filming at this rapid pace, like
Yes.
Hallmark does. So, I thought the acting was good and yeah, I thought it was a cute movie. So I would definitely watch it again. Okay, so let's dig into a little recap here.
Okay.
So we open with Lucy, who is helping a woman file for divorce on Christmas Eve in her law office, which that's really a bummer. That's not what you want to be doing on Christmas Eve.
What a day to
So,
finalize your divorce.
yeah,
Merry Christmas. Or
yes.
maybe it is
And
a great day,
Lucy,
but she
um,
looks sad
yeah,
about it.
yes, yeah. And Lucy is happy to do it because she clearly does not want to be at the team office Christmas party that's happening on
Hmm.
Christmas Eve, which is kind of weird. But
Hmm.
she doesn't want to be at this party. So um, Spencer, who her coworker comes in, and I thought we would see him again. We never do.
I
This is
hoped
it.
we would. He's great.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
loved him.
I thought he would be part of the story. He wasn't.
No,
So
that's
we'll
it.
never see Spencer again. But he delivers a letter for her that is inviting her to become partner at the law firm. She has apparently worked for decades to get this promotion, and she's very excited about it. This was my first little, she's not been working at that law office for decades. She's not that
Hmm.
old.
Yeah.
The glasses don't make her look old, okay?
No. What is she, 25?
She's 33.
Okay.
So she would have had to have been working at that office if for one decade would have been 23, would have been believable, but decades? No.
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 Mm-mm. And how long does it take to
Sorry.
get a law degree?
A law degree, I think it's 4 years of regular school and then is it 2 years of law school, or is it 4 years of law school? Maybe it's
I'm
4
not
years.
sure. So that's
I'm
pushing
not
it.
sure.
Yeah. She would be a
Yeah.
pretty new attorney at this point.
Yes. And, when you become a partner at a law firm, it's not just, hey, you're promoted. It's, hey, give us money.
Mhm.
You have to pay to become a partner at a law firm. A
Yeah.
lot of
You're
money.
buying into this.
Yeah. So I mean, I've never been a lawyer, but I would imagine it's at least 100 grand probably that you
Mm.
have to pay in to become a partner at the law firm. So, while exciting, I don't know that I believe that she just has 100 grand sitting around as
No.
a family divorce attorney, but maybe she does. Who knows? Who knows? Um, so Spencer also asked Lucy if she's going to come to the holiday party that's happening in the office. She says no. She blows him off. And it doesn't appear that she like doesn't celebrate Christmas, that that's not part of her life. She just doesn't really like it. She doesn't seem to be into Christmas.
Mhm.
And so she turns down Spencer when he invites her to come over and celebrate Christmas with him and his partner. And then her mom and her sister call, and she also turns them down when they invite her home for Christmas. Um,
Yeah,
this is a
it's kind of that typical too busy with my job trope to come home. And they allude to the idea that it's been years since she's been home. I can't
Yeah.
imagine that. I can see, like one year I had to work on Christmas. We can't get together. We'll get together in January or whatever it is. But she hasn't been
Uh-huh.
home in years.
Yeah. Yeah. I always find that weird. And I find it even weirder when you're single. Like, what else do you have to do? Like,
Exactly.
you don't have kids, you don't have traditions to like keep up at your own house. You have like a cat
Hmm.
and yourself. So, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You've
I
got a
just
great
find it
job. You make
weird.
good money. It's not like you have to buy plane tickets for a pack load of kids and kennel your
Yeah.
dog and all the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but we do find out a little bit more insight as to why this has happened as we
Mhm.
go forward in the movie. So, when Lucy talks to her sister, Alexis, right? Yes, that's her name.
Alexa or Alexis?
Alexa?
Yeah, one of the two. I think it's
Okay.
Alexa.
Alexa. Okay. When she talks to her sister, this was weird because her sister was the actress was pretty rigid at first. And this is an
Mhm.
actress that we, again, love. She's in The Way Home. She's an
Mhm.
excellent actress. But
She plays the young
in
cat.
this, yes, in this first scene, I was like, "Ooh, what's happening?"
I thought so
So
too.
I don't know if she was maybe just trying to act older, trying to
Mhm.
appear older because she's supposed to be like, I think in her mid to late 30s, I would guess.
Mhm.
Which she does not look like she's in her
No.
mid to late
Mm-mm.
30s. Um, but yeah, the rest of the movie was fine. But just in this one scene, I was like, huh,
Mhm.
what's happening here? I don't understand.
Yeah.
So um, okay, so she's talked to her sister. She's blown them off. She says, no, 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 I'm not coming home for Christmas. I'm going to stay home. I have to work. There's lots of people getting divorced, right? So I have to deal with that. Um, then we see her going. This is the last time we see Spencer. She plays billiards with him.
Mhm.
I didn't know law offices had billiards tables. I
No.
wasn't aware, but apparently they do.
Maybe
So
just to blow off some steam, bring some clients in.
maybe. Yeah,
Could be.
maybe. Yeah. You want to go play pool while we talk about, you suing your neighbor because they cut down your tree? Let's do it.
Yeah.
So next we see Lucy. She's in this diner. Okay. She's in this sad diner on Christmas Eve eating pancakes for dinner to celebrate her promotion. She's not
Did
even
you
taking
notice
herself
those
out.
pancakes?
No.
They look like plastic, hard as a rock. They were just stacked there, super shiny. They were clearly not real pancakes.
They're
She
like,
never
do
took
not
one
eat
bite.
these.
Yeah.
Well, this was like, you just made partner. You can't even take yourself out to a nice dinner. You have to go to this
Yeah.
crappy diner. It's very weird. Um, and then randomly this guy walks by and he's like, Lucy, do you remember me? We were neighbors when we were kids. What? Okay.
Did they
I don't
ever
know.
explain why he was in Chicago? Or did he live
He
there now?
he lived there now, because he's
Okay.
an insurance salesman,
Uh-huh.
um, who's going through a divorce. Well, he said separation, but they
Mhm.
allude to the fact that it's more like a divorce.
Yeah.
So he's got his food, he has his plate, or he has coffees in his hands, and
Mhm.
she invites him to sit down, and they chit chat. He tells her that he's an insurance salesman instead of an actor like he wanted to
Mhm.
be. Um, that he's married to this girl they went to high school with, and you can easily see the premise being set up here. So this scene for me was a little bit too on the nose.
Mhm.
I didn't love it.
Well, for me, it was more because we find out later that they were not just acquaintances, they were best friends. And so, do
Yeah.
you remember me? I thought that felt odd. Of course, I remember you, Maddie. We were best friends and neighbors since we were little kids.
Yeah, it's not like you were just like the neighbor kid who lived down the street that I saw every once in a while. We were like
Mm-hmm.
best friends, about to be in a relationship, trying to go to college together. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you remember?
No, sorry,
But
I
it's
don't
been so
recall.
long. It's been 30 years. It's been so long. I don't remember you.
Yeah, we're both
So,
in our mid 40s.
so we're setting up the premise here, right? And like I said, it's just a little bit too blatant for me. We know that they're going to go back to the 90s, obviously, because
Mm-hmm.
the movie's called A 90s Christmas. But
Yeah.
I think maybe they could have been a little bit more creative here. So
Mm-hmm.
then Matt leaves. He's got to go. It's Christmas Eve, obviously. He's got family and things to do. So
He's got
a
coffee to deliver.
yeah, he's going to deliver coffee from the diner. So a random waitress sits down with Lucy and starts questioning her about her personal connections in life. And weird,
Yeah.
but we know this is the magical lady, right? Who's getting too
Mm-hmm.
personal,
Yep.
and knows things about Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, Lucy realizes she has no personal connections anymore. She's bailed on all of them. Um, oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, when Matt is still sitting at the table with her, after he says he's separated, she like kind of starts to pitch to him that she should be his lawyer, his
Yeah, because she
divorce lawyer.
premises it. If you need someone to talk to, I'm like, you mean like business talk?
Yeah. He's like, wouldn't that be weird? She's like, oh, yeah, 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 never mind. You haven't seen this guy in 30 years, and the first thing you think of is, how can I make money off?
Yeah, so
So
weird. But
weird.
he asked, was it at the diner that he asked her, um, isn't it odd to be the last stop before the end of a marriage or something like that? Or does that
Yes.
come later? And that's true. To be a divorce attorney, that's going to be hard. That's what you
Yeah.
deal with day after day.
I think he says it here because I don't know when else he would say it, because then we're in the 90s in the next
Oh,
scene.
right. Yeah. So it must have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Because he
is
always thought
totally
she'd go
true.
into corporate law or something different than
Yeah.
divorce attorney.
Which corporate law I don't think is much smilier, but
No,
uh
no.
anyways,
Prosecuting
no.
attorney, none of those are really happy jobs.
No. No, not really. Okay, so Lucy gets up, she goes outside to leave the restaurant, and she gets in a ride share, and magically that same waitress is driving the ride share.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got magic going on here, obviously, you can tell. And one thing I wanted to note was that I really love these magical characters, and they're sprinkled in throughout tons of different Hallmark movies. And I
Mm-hmm.
would like to see more movies about them and how they operate. And, you know,
Oh,
because we
how they
saw it a
came to
little bit.
be.
Yeah, we saw it a little bit in that one movie that
With the
you didn't really
angels.
like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And Danny and I both really liked it, and you didn't like it,
I thought it was
I
okay,
think,
but
right?
yeah, I liked the premise of it. There was, I think,
Yes.
one of the angels I didn't really like so much
Yes.
that
The
you guys
grumpy
did.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we saw it a little bit in that movie, but I don't think I've seen it in any other movie as far as like, where do you get your orders from? How do you decide who you're going to help? How are you going to
Mm-hmm.
show up? I think that could be fun to do more
That would
movies
be
about that.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Lucy tells the rideshare driver that she's going home because, most as we know, most Uber drivers are actually mind readers, so they know your address
Mhm.
without you even having to give it to them, which is great.
Yep. Mhm.
Um, so then she falls asleep and she wakes up, and this woman is dropping her off at her mother's home in Milwaukee.
Mhm.
And she's very confused. And I did not look up how far is it from Chicago to Milwaukee,
I was just thinking the
just
same
out of
thing. How long did she sleep?
curiosity.
And when
Yeah.
was it that she looked
Was
up
this
Matt's Instagram? Because she did that and then she accidentally liked one of his photos.
oh,
Was
was
she
that
still
while
at
she
the
was in the
restaurant?
car? Oh, maybe.
Oh, or maybe in the car. Yeah. That's like my worst fear. You're scrolling and not just like not looking up an ex-boyfriend or anything, but more like, you're just scrolling and you accidentally hit the heart instead of scrolling. Like, no,
Like,
I don't
yeah,
like that.
stop.
No, stop. I don't
No.
like that.
So it's about 2 hours.
So she slept a
So
long time.
she slept for quite a long time. Maybe this was a magical sleep that she was put into,
Some
or
sort
maybe
of
she
pixie
chloroformed her.
dust.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I'm going to go with pixie dust, not chloroform. It's a Hallmark movie.
Um, yeah, so she basically kicks her out of the cab and is like, "Sorry, too bad. Go in, see your mom. I don't know how I knew your mom's address, but get in
Hmm.
there." And she leaves her phone and her purse and her laptop behind because
Yep.
she's so distracted, I guess. Um, so she leaves all this stuff in the car and she walks in to her mom's house. Her mom is like, "Why are you here so late? Blah blah blah. We'll talk about
Doesn't
this in the
even,
morning."
she hasn't been home for years and she doesn't come down to say hello.
Yes. And
But we
Lucy's like,
realize, yeah, that
"Yeah."
it's the 90s.
Lu- yeah, Lucy's like, "Okay, good night." And she just goes to bed. Oh, and she also sees that her mom has a dog that looks identical to the dog that they had when she was 19. So we know what's going on as the audience.
Hmm.
Lucy has not realized it yet.
Yeah.
So then she wakes up in the morning and she realizes, after looking at the newspaper, that it is 1999. She has gone
Hmm.
back in time 25 years.
She has bangs.
So, mm, yes,
Her hair's
Eva
back
Bourne,
like it.
yeah, she's 33, right? So I said that before. In 1999, she would have been 8. Okay. So glasses do not make her look 11 years older than she is. I really love this actress, but I think it would have been better if they would have cast sisters and had one play the older version and one
Hmm.
play the younger version
Yeah.
because it was very confusing. I think it kind of takes you out of the movie almost because
Hmm.
everybody looked exactly the same. Nobody
Yeah.
looked different. They
Hmm.
all look the
They
same.
put clip in colored hair extensions in her sister's hair to make her look youthful and more like the 90s, but it didn't work.
No, because yeah, and they're all in that middle of the road, right? They don't look young enough to be 19, but they
Hmm.
also don't look old enough to be 40.
Right.
So both things were off a
Hmm.
little here. So that was one thing that yeah, that was hard to grapple with. So you just have to kind of like push that out of your mind and just pretend, okay,
Hmm.
they're 19.
Yeah.
We're watching 90210. This 35-year-old is definitely 17. It's fine.
With her
You know.
receding hairline.
But when I was a kid, I thought that's what teenagers looked like. Okay. Now I know that's not true, but
Well, but if you go back, because I've seen a lot of these come up on Instagram lately, if you go back and look at like prom videos from when I was in high school in the 80s, and all the comments are like, why do they all look like they're 40 years old? But it's the styling, it's the poofy dresses and the perms and the blue eyeshadow and all the stuff that made us look older than.
the
And the guys,
mustaches and
the guys had
yeah.
mustaches and mullets and muscle cars, and it was a fabulous time, but fashion was different. We'll just say that.
Yes. Yes, for sure. So Anyways, I think that would probably be my biggest criticism of the movie would be that it was just for this script. I think it was unevenly cast.
Hmm.
I understand wanting to keep the cast small and not wanting to have additional people, but
Sure.
you know, especially when the gal who plays her sister comes from a time traveling show where she does play the
Yeah.
younger version of somebody,
Uh-huh.
you know, raise your hand and be like, "Hey, this is weird.
Yeah, this
This
seems a
doesn't
little
look right."
off. Hmm.
Um, okay. So now this is going to reinforce my point. She runs into Matt. Okay. Lucy runs into Matt. She has no glasses on because she can see now, right? Because she's so much
Hmm.
younger and she has bangs and she cannot believe how young he looks. She's shocked at how young he looks. He
I'm
looks
shocked
the same
too.
as he did yesterday. Okay.
He just doesn't have the scruff on his chin.
Yeah. Like 19-year-olds can grow a beard too. Like
Hmm. Yeah.
But she also seems really happy to be reunited with him, to see him again, and to see him at a time when they were close friends.
Hmm.
So after this, she goes to see her best friend, Nadine, whom she is totally disconnected from in the present. They are not friends anymore.
Hmm.
We had seen at the beginning of the movie that Nadine had reached out to her via email because she needed a lawyer. Um, but that was really it, and Lucy's not the kind of lawyer she needed anyways, so she probably would have referred her out to a colleague, I suppose.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but she goes to see Nadine, and she tells Nadine the story that she's time traveled, and Nadine is into it. She believes her. She's like, "I'm on
Right
board."
away.
Yeah.
Based solely on, well, I knew that you went to a Backstreet Boys concert and you kissed this certain boy. And she's like, I didn't tell you that. Well, the guy could have told her that. I would have been, no, I need more proof than that.
Yeah.
Okay, you're from the future. You just take that at face value.
Yeah, and also, like, if I think about back to the conversations I had with my best friends when I was 19, I don't remember when they told me stuff or probably even what they told me, but definitely not
No,
when.
no.
I don't
So
know.
you're 33, you're going to remember that? Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
no.
weird.
No, 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 no. And Eva Bourne is 33. Really, in this movie, she's supposed to be like 40, right? At least.
True. Yeah. Because
Like, at least,
she's worked for decades.
yeah. So I don't know. But Nadine is a ride or die girl and she's like, "Yes, I believe
Hmm.
you. I'm here to support you." Cool. And so then Lucy goes to meet Matt for lunch
Oh,
and
but
they're going to
first,
discuss. Oh,
can I interject? She tells
yes.
Nadine, if you hear the word iPhone, be sure and buy stock.
Yes.
And she's like, okay. But that kind of is the catalyst for her promotion letter. The text starts to disappear, kind of like in Back to the Future when people start disappearing from the photo. She
Yes.
realizes, oh, I shared something that I shouldn't have shared because this is changing the future.
Yep. And also n- that was bad advice. If you hear Apple, buy some stock. Not
Exactly. Yeah.
by the time the iPhone comes out, you could still make some money for sure, but
Uh
not
huh.
as much as you could
Yeah.
if you invested
Because
in
Apple
Apple.
first. Hmm.
Yes. And at this point, Apple already exists, so go dump some money into it.
Hmm. Exactly. Yep.
Um, but yes, and I actually don't think I wrote this down in my notes at all. But progressively throughout the movie, we see her offer letter is
Hmm.
going more and more. And why does she have that with her? Was it in her pocket?
It was in her coat pocket.
In her coat pocket. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. But it stays nice. It's been in her coat pocket. It stays
Hmm.
perfectly beautiful. So,
Through space
okay.
travel and everything,
Yeah,
or time
yeah, it's
travel.
fine. Yeah. So Lucy goes to meet Matt for lunch. They're going to talk about college because she has not gone to college yet. We find out that her dad had passed away the year prior, so she stayed home to support her mom and her sister. I don't know why Matt hadn't gone to school yet. I don't think they said. Um, to support Lucy maybe, or
Maybe.
save up money, or I don't know. They didn't say why. Or
Hmm.
maybe he's younger than her. I have no idea. But she really feels like she needs to go to Chicago for school, and he really wants them to go to schools near each other. You can tell he likes her. He wants to be more than friends. And but Lucy really seems to feel like she doesn't want to go where he would like her to go.
Mhm.
And it's not because she likes this school more, it's because she wants to get away from the grief and
Yeah.
everything that's happened in her life thus far.
And she has a scholarship as well.
He does?
She does. She has a scholarship for the school in Chicago.
Oh, yes. And that makes
So
everything
that
well,
would be
yeah,
the
that makes it
easier
easier.
route. But her
Right,
dad left her
absolutely.
money as well to cover her school. So
Right,
either
right.
way, it's going to be taken care of.
Yeah, which she has a mom, so her dad was willing their marital money to their kids before the wife was passed away. I don't know. That's a little weird.
Uh,
But
Maybe they set up a college fund. Who knows?
maybe, yeah. Yeah, maybe she has a trust fund or a college fund or something like that. Yeah. So, during this lunch, Jessie, who is in present day Matt's wife that
Hmm.
he's separated from, she shows up to ask him out. She just comes right up and is like, "Hey, you want to go to the movies with me?" And at some point she says as if. And
Yeah.
sorry, but I'm pretty sure this was just like a colloquialism that they used in Clueless. I don't think this was
Hmm.
actually something people said, was it?
No, no.
No.
And if they did, it was a Beverly Hills thing. It wasn't a Chicago or a Milwaukee thing.
Yeah. And I was like, this sounds like this was written potentially by somebody who didn't actually live in the 90s, but has watched it on TV.
Uh-huh. And Jessie really looked her age. She didn't look anywhere near high school 19.
No,
She looked like she
no.
probably drives a minivan, has 4 kids, and she's on the PTA. She did not look like she was 19 years old at all.
Which, do we ever see her in the present day? No.
No. Mm-mm.
So they could have cast somebody younger. There was no reason to cast
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
in the same age as the rest of them, unless maybe they cut a scene or something where she was seen in present
Could
day.
be.
But yeah, when she said as if, I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Okay, Cher.
Um, yeah. So, um, then we are going to move forward a little bit. The town has this thing called the reindeer games, which we've seen different versions of reindeer games in other movies.
Hmm.
And in the original past, Lucy and Matt had competed in this and they had won, right? And so
Hmm.
there's this pressure on Lucy, like you got to win again because otherwise your future is going to change. This Christmas game will impact everything.
Why
So
that is true, I don't know. I mean, she spontaneously kissed Matt and more text disappeared. I see how that
oh yeah, that's
changes
right.
the future. But
Yes.
one game, I don't know how that's going to change something.
Yes. So we've got some like wreath games and all kinds of different things, random games that they pulled out for this competition, and they win. They win the reindeer
Of course
games
they
and
do.
everything. Yes, all is well. And so that did not change the future. So then after this, Lucy, because this is all happening in one day. This is all Christmas Eve,
Hmm.
right? We're all
Yeah.
in one day. So this
There's a
is a
lot
lot of
going
stuff.
on.
She is jamming. I don't know. When I was 19 and I still lived at home, if I was gone all day on Christmas Eve, you'd be like, what are you doing? Like what
Yeah.
what?
We've got family coming over. Help me clean the friggin' house.
Especially if my dad had just passed away and this was the first Christmas without him. I'm like, I
Yeah.
would not be
He's
running around town doing all this random
doing the reindeer
stuff.
games.
So weird. But anyways, she's got to live it exactly or as close to exact as
Hmm.
from the past as she can. So that's what she's doing. So Lucy heads home to celebrate Christmas Eve with her family, knowing that she'll return to the present after tonight because the elusive rideshare driver told her that
Hmm.
Christmas Eve is her return date. So once this day is over, you're going back to the present.
So, but this whole day is Christmas Eve. The neighbor comes over because they're having this dispute about trees on the fence line.
Yeah,
You're gonna do that on Christmas Eve too? I mean, wait till
apparently.
after the holidays.
Yeah, he's out in the
Yeah. So
freezing
then,
cold in Milwaukee cutting down tree limbs on Christmas Eve. I mean, that sounds
Yeah.
like a thing a guy would do, honestly.
True. Yeah. The wife is in the house getting ready for all the company, and I'm going to go clean the
Let
garage
me
or
go trim the tree real
repaint the
quick.
car. Yeah. Yeah, but this is kind of an important scene because the mom is talking to her neighbor about, this is my tree, and and so all of a sudden Lucy kicks into lawyer mode and talks about, property lines and what are the rules and everything, and then that starts her thinking that she knows about different kinds of law, and so it kind of sets up the future. We'll
Yes.
find out
Yep.
later.
Absolutely. Yes. So we're it's evening now. We're at Lucy's mom's house. And when her grandparents arrive and she starts crying, I bawled.
It was so sad.
Oh my gosh, because they never say that her grandparents are not alive anymore, but immediately
Mhm.
okay, they're not
Yeah.
around.
Uh-huh.
And she was so happy to see them, and she did such a good job in the scene. It was
Mhm.
beautiful.
It was
And we
good
love
grandparent casting too. It wasn't
yes, and
like the over the top too fancy grandma. She just looked like your grandma that you'd go and bake cookies with.
yep, yep, absolutely. And the grandpa, he plays the dad in The Good Witch, and we love him.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Mhm.
So, um, so yeah, having lost 3 out of 4 of my grandparents, you can only like just imagine what that would mean to have one more Christmas, knowing that like,
Mhm.
oh, this is gonna be it.
Yeah.
And I just thought this was really sweet. So I liked
Mhm.
that little callback. Um, okay, so another runner that we've seen throughout the movie is that Lucy's mom is really trying to stay busy, right? She's trying to
Mhm.
keep her mind off of her grief. She's trying to stay focused on her family, prepping for Christmas. And she's doing a good job at it, but her daughters finally sit her down and say, "Hey, like it's okay for you to be grieving. It's okay for you to chill out. We should be
Mhm.
taking care of you." Even though they lost their dad, so like they should all be taking
Yeah.
care of each other.
Mhm.
Um, and that they're there to support her, which I feel as though this conversation probably did not happen originally in
Yeah.
1999, and
Mhm.
this was a change, an adjustment. Um, Having had some perspective as a grown adult,
Sure.
from Lucy's side of it and being able to have that chat with their mom. And, so she says, like, "Yeah, you're right, and I'm gonna, like, pump the brakes," even though it's Christmas now, so, like,
Mhm.
she's already done all the prep. They're like, "Stop
Yeah.
now, mom."
Mhm.
She's already done everything,
I know. All these baked goods
but
are laid out on the countertop. Everything's
yeah.
beautifully decorated.
Now
And
now that
one thing I did
everything's
want to,
done, stop.
yeah. One thing I did want to mention though, that their house was quintessentially 90s. It was very much like the Home Alone house with the dark um, hunter greens and the reds and the 90s decoration. So I did appreciate that
Yes.
attention to detail.
Yeah, and their room had posters everywhere
Hmm.
and magazine clippings and all kinds of stuff. I thought that the set deck was really good. I think they did a good
Hmm.
job with that for sure.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So, like we said, Lucy has really been trying to be more conscientious of not making too many changes to the past so that her present doesn't change. But then she decides, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to do whatever I want.
Hmm.
And so she decides to ditch the plan, totally revise her life. And she realizes that she's been running from those close to her to avoid getting hurt. And she's ready to move away from that behavior. So on still Christmas Eve, her grandparents are at her house. It's Christmas. She's already missed opening presents because she was hiding from the family, which
Hmm.
I thought the family just went ahead and opened presents without
Well,
you?
yeah,
Okay,
because
weird.
the mom's like, "We're doing presents." She said, "I'll do mine later." What?
What?
No, you won't. You'll get your ass down here and you'll open your presents. It's the first Christmas without your dad. We're going to be together, and damn it,
Yeah.
we're going to have a great time.
Yeah. But you do get this sweet moment of her grandfather coming to find her. He gives her a pool cue,
Hmm.
and they do have a few moments of connection there, and um It's really sweet. So I liked that scene as well.
Yeah.
So after that's done, Lucy decides I'm going to Matt's house. So she leaves. She shows up at Matt's door, asks him if they can talk. He says it's Christmas Eve. Can you come back tomorrow? And she says, no, I cannot.
Why is
And
Christmas
so
Day
he,
better? I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. And then he comes out, they kiss, and all of a sudden we see a flash forward montage of all the things that have changed in her life
Hmm.
because of this moment. And literally her whole life is completely different. She's marries Matt. She's still a lawyer, but she's a different kind of lawyer. They have
Hmm.
kids. They live in Milwaukee near her parent or near her mom and his parents. And everything everything has changed.
I loved that
So we
montage. They did that really well.
Yes, it was really good. And
Hmm.
that probably wasn't easy. Like they had to film all of that stuff.
Hmm.
Um, that's a lot of extra work, and I
Yeah.
think it was worth it for
Hmm.
sure. And what in a regular feature film, like yeah, that's a lot of extra work, but no big deal. But in a movie where they're filming it in 14 days, like that's probably 2 full days of filming to get all of those little pieces. So
Hmm.
I thought that was really cool. Okay, so we end the movie with Lucy arriving in the present day as an estate lawyer. And oh, my lighting has just freaked out.
Oh, it's bright also.
Okay, there we
Oh, there it goes.
go. Okay. And she's married to Matt. Like I said, they live in Milwaukee. She's endlessly happy. The end.
Hmm.
And we pan out, and that's the end of the movie. So, yeah,
There were a
I thought it was
few
cute.
things that we kind of skipped over.
Yes.
Just some 90s references or future references that I wanted to note. Um, Matt shares that he has recorded every episode of Friends thus far that has
Yes.
happened so far. And Lucy says something about Ross and Rachel having a baby. And he said, Ross and Rachel having a baby. And she's like, oh, that hasn't happened yet, I guess. And he's a little confused. He calls her lobster throughout the movie. And then all of a sudden it clicked with me. He's like, is he talking about the Friends reference that she's his lobster? And sure enough, we find out in the end that that's what he's talking about, that they're meant to be together.
Yes.
But some of the
Yes.
things that I thought were cheesy, like Nadine, every time she saw her, she said, what's up? Like that old commercial. But I thought, well, that was the 90s. Um,
Yeah.
Lucy talks about the
Okay.
cloud and nobody knows what she's talking about. She talks about Google and she's like, never mind. She asked for almond milk. And her sister goes,
You
yeah, like you
can
can
milk
get.
almonds.
Yeah. Um, she told her mom to look it up on Pinterest or Pinterest it or something like, or all the baked goods look
That
like a
that
Pinterest board. And her mom's like,
yes.
what?
What's a
Nothing, never
Pinterest
mind.
board?
And then the other one was something about ghosting. And her sister was like, ghosting?
Oh,
So, but it was funny because it's like all these terms that we used to say are terms that we say now that we didn't have back then. It's just funny the different lingo that comes up, and if you talk to your past self, you would have no idea what you're talking about. So
yeah,
I
you
thought
don't
it was
even
cute
think
to
about it.
no,
Yeah,
but it was
it's
cute
like,
to include those details.
sorry, the dog's in here. She's going crazy. She's such a good dog. Oh my gosh.
Aw,
She's so good. Oh, she's
I'm
like
so
the
glad you
best.
ended up with her. She's so cute.
I know. Okay, so behind the scenes details for this movie, there were like none. I couldn't find any interesting
Oh,
details
okay.
about this movie at all. They don't really seem to be doing the like promo videos or the Facebook Live interviews anymore. Um, they used to do them for pretty much every movie that came out, but I
Yeah,
don't
those are
see them as
fun.
much. Yeah, I don't see them with the current movies as much, which is kind of a bummer. I like those.
Hmm.
So hopefully they will bring them back. But I do have 2 reviews. I'm sorry I couldn't find any good reviews.
Oh,
Speaking of bad reviews, like when they don't like something, that's when they're inspired to say something,
that's true.
right?
Hmm.
So, I just thought these were funny, so I'm going to read them. Number 1, confusing. That was the subject. I'm a fan of time travel movies. I couldn't find the elements of surprise and suspense in the story because they didn't exist. Okay, So that
Well,
was it. That was that review. Which I can't say I disagree with that. There really wasn't any
mhm.
suspense. We knew what was going to happen. But
Yeah,
like
but it
any
didn't
movie,
make it a bad movie.
no, no. Okay. The next one, the subject line for this one was just what? The look of all the 90s kids really took me out of the story. Not only Lucy and Matt, but also the sister and best friend look like they're at least in their late 20s. None of these people look like they should be playing teens or 40 plus year olds. Yes.
Mhm. I
Um,
agree.
yeah, I had fully expected different actors when we jumped back 25 years in time with exclamation marks everywhere. One really has to wonder why it was done this way because it's baffling and very distracting. I'm not even getting into time travel paradoxes here because for something that had 90s as a hook, it was quite sloppy on that end as well. The premise wasn't bad, but the result is.
Oh, geez.
Ugh.
Tell us how you feel.
Um, yeah, tell us how you really feel. So, yeah, I agree about the actor and or actors and actresses, but I don't know. I with time travel, like I don't necessarily believe in time travel as a real thing you can do. So,
Mhm.
you can pretty much tell me anything about time travel, and I'll be like, yeah, sure, that sounds right. That sounds like
Yeah.
it'll work.
Mhm.
Why not?
Sure.
And the other thing too is the cab. It reminded me of Scrooged
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
because it was an older car.
And she had it
Obviously,
all
she
decked
wasn't
out for
insane.
Christmas.
Yeah, she
No.
wasn't insane like the guy from Scrooged, but yeah, it just reminded me of that a little bit. So, okay. Shall we play a little game?
Let's do it.
Okay. So this game is called Was It Actually the 90s Holiday Movie Edition? And I did fact check
Oh,
these as well.
okay.
So I'm going to give you a movie and you're going to tell me did it come out in the 90s or not?
Oh, geez. Because I feel like the 90s were just 5 years ago. So I'm
I
probably going
know.
to be terrible at this.
Okay. So what's that? Oh, I just put that page down. Okay. First one, The Santa Claus.
Yes, 90s.
Yes, 1994. Home Alone.
Yes, 90s. Late 80s.
Nope, you were right. 1990.
Okay. Okay.
So they filmed it in the late 80s, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, Jingle All the Way.
Early 2000s, I think.
Nope, 96.
Oh, okay. Are these
Ah,
all 90s?
no. Um, Love Actually.
Yes, 90s.
Mm-mm. 2003.
Really? Wow. It seems old.
Yes.
Or,
Yeah.
I mean, 2003, that's over 20 years ago. Good
I don't
grief.
think I've yeah. I don't think I've ever actually seen that whole movie,
I
honestly.
haven't either. I've seen parts of it, but
That's
not the whole thing.
it's one of those ones that like masquerades as a Christmas movie, but no,
Hmm.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's about cheating and being
Hmm.
unfaithful and lying.
I know. I want to
Like
be
a
in a happy
feel
place
good
at
movie.
Christmas time. Yeah.
Yeah. A Christmas Story.
80s. Because I remember seeing that in the theater. That was
Yeah.
in the 80s.
83. Yep. While
Oh,
you were
wow.
sleeping.
The year I graduated high school.
Yeah.
While you were sleeping. See, I try to think back. Who did I see it with? I see it with
Yes.
your dad, or was it before that? I'm going to say that's 90s.
Yes. 95.
Mhm.
That one is one of the best movies ever. It's so
I
good.
love
If
that
you have,
movie.
yeah, if you have not seen While You Were Sleeping, A
Hmm.
plus, 10 out of 10. And it's one of those ones where it's a Christmas movie, but it's set at Christmas time, but Christmas is kind of in the
Hmm.
background. It's not the
Yeah.
center point of the movie,
Hmm.
but it's just, oh, so good.
Yep.
Scrooged, which we were just talking about.
I'm going to say 80s for that one.
Yep, 88. Um, the remake of Miracle on 34th Street.
That's 90s.
Yes, 94. The Holiday.
That's in the 2000s.
Yes.
Please say it's
2006
not
though.
okay.
Yeah,
Still
2006
almost
still
20 years.
yeah. And the last one is Jack Frost.
Jack Frost. Is that animated one? Or
Part
no,
yeah, it's partially animated, yes.
is that the one with
The
Michael
snowman.
Keaton?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say yes, 90s.
Yep, 98.
Oh, I did pretty
Yep.
well.
Another yeah. Yeah, you did. Another A+ stellar movie, Jack Frost is amazing. I love
Yep.
that.
hmm
Love that film. That has Kelly Preston in it too. She plays the mom.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so good. So, anyways, okay. Well, that was a 90s Christmas, guys.
hmm
So now it's time to rate the movie, and we're going to use Tamagotchis to rate this movie.
Oh, good one.
Um,
Not Furbies.
I thought about Furbies, and you know what? It's so funny. The those little like stuffed things, the boo boos are super popular right now. Have you seen those?
hmm hmm
They look like a little monster and they're a keychain.
Yeah.
And people have been saying like, oh, they're haunted, they're demonic, they're scary. I'm like, I grew up with Furbies. I'm not
Uh-huh.
scared of that thing.
Yeah.
My Furby would talk in the middle of the night all the time. We would hide it in the closet underneath our laundry in our hamper to try and get it to be quiet.
And it would still, you would hear it muffled under the
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah. So
Those
you
things
can't
were
tell me anything
creepy.
about toys. Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
I finally sold that thing at a garage sale, I think, for like $3. But
Yeah.
oh gosh. Yeah, those things.
Okay, so we're rating
Okay.
with Tamagotchis.
Yes.
Um, well, I really enjoyed this movie. Yes, there were some inconsistencies. Yes, the actors looked too old to be 19, too young to be 45-ish. But suspend your disbelief, as we often do. Because they were such meaty roles, I think it would be hard to get a younger actor to play it and have it be consistent across the board. Um, it's not like it was a child, like Juniper, like a 7 or 8 year
Yeah.
old child. You definitely have to have a child. Um, so that was inconsistent, but I thought it was great. The one thing, and I feel this way anytime there's a time travel movie, and all of a sudden, of course, they go back and they decide to stay back, but then it's kind of sad because you've missed basically your wedding. You've missed your child's first steps. You've missed all these things that lead up to this final result. So that's kind of
hmm
sad, but um, I would definitely watch this one again, and I'm going to give it 4 Tamagotchis.
Okay. I agree with everything you said. And I hadn't really thought about that perspective of like it being kind of sad that you've missed all of that. But it's true.
hmm
You do, when you jump forward, you miss all of those milestones. It's kind of like in 50 First Dates when she constantly forgets. So
hmm
she's forgotten. At the end, like the ending is very sweet, but she forgets
Yeah.
everything. She forgets she had
hmm
kids. She forgets she got married. Like she doesn't remember
Yeah.
any of it. So that's kind of, yeah. But I guess if you're time traveling, you would still have the memory. You just wouldn't
You'd have the
have
memory and
experienced
maybe
it.
video recordings of a lot of things, your wedding and your baby's birthdays and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I don't want to rehash everything that we've already said too much, but so basically I agree with everything that you said.
hmm
I liked it. I would definitely watch it again. It was family friendly. Um, after watching that last murder movie with my kids and seeing someone hanging from the
Oh,
ceiling, this was a
oh
nice,
yeah.
a nice palate cleanser that I could definitely
uh-huh.
watch with my kids.
Yeah.
um, so I would give this one a 4 as well. 4 Tamagotchis.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So next week, do you know what we're
I
talking about
do.
next week yet?
I chose it
Okay.
yesterday. We are going to be watching A Reason for the Season. It's a 2024
Oh.
Hallmark movie starring Taylor Cole and Kevin McGarry.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one, but I've
I
heard it's
watched it
very good.
last year. It's good, and I would definitely watch it again. So, yeah, I
Okay.
think the premise is she's going to inherit some sort of a trust fund, but she has to check off all these bucket list things her mom has set in order for her to actually access the money. So, and
Oh,
she has to
cute.
do it, I think, by Christmas. So, yeah, it's a good one. So I'm excited to
So
talk
kind of
about
like
that one.
the life list. I think you were talking about that
Oh,
one.
maybe I'm thinking of that one instead. But no, it's something, there's a series of things that she has to do before
Yeah.
something happens. So, yeah,
There's that
same kind of
one too
premise.
with um Alicia,
Wit,
the redhead.
wit,
Yes,
Alicia Wit.
Alicia Witt.
Mhm.
And very similar premise. Nobody's making her do it, but she finds a bucket list that she made as a kid of things
Oh,
she wanted to
yes.
do during the holidays. That
It's
one
like
is
the
really good. I
Christmas
love that
list or
movie.
something like that.
Yes,
Hmm.
yeah, it's so good. Yeah, and she enlists, of course, a random stranger to to do
Hmm.
it with her.
Yep.
It's really cute. So, anyways, all right, cool. I'm excited to continue our Christmas in July celebration with that movie. So be sure to follow us on Instagram at Love on the Pod and share your episode thoughts or ideas by emailing us at loveonthepod@gmail.com. Plus, you can text us with future movie recommendations using the link in our show notes. If you love this episode and you want to hear more, please subscribe to the podcast as we drop new episodes weekly. So, whether you're making partner at your law firm,
Or driving a vintage Uber through Chicago.
we hope you love pretending it's the 90s.
Happy Christmas in July. Bye bye.